down, you say?
What?
Straight. Alright, hey everybody. Welcome back to Denver 3D Print Company. Today we're going to be making a mold using the Project Mold system. We want to use Project Mold so that the part quality is very high, so that we don't have to do any post-processing of the parts after they're made. So, first thing you do is you're going to build your box. Throw a clip on, throw a clip on, put a clip on, and then finally clip that last one. So now we've got this nice contiguous box that's very robust. It won't break, won't fall apart. The next step is to clip it to the floor. Throw another clip, throw another clip, throw another clip. So now we have our box built, done. So you can see it's just 4 clips holding that floor on, and there's no gap or anything, so that's good to go. And then you take your lips and you put them inside the bowl. So you just, this is a part line at the extent of the part, so they just go in the bottom. Done. And now we'll start placing the parts themselves. Alright guys, so now that we've got our box build, we got our lips down in the box, everything's secure. Now it's as simple as placing your parts in there with the layout that you chose. There's a couple ways you can do this. I like to use clay. It's a nice way to stick things down. You can also use double-sided tape. You can use super glue. So your options are various when it comes to that. Alright, so that all looks pretty dang good. So let's grab a little. So these are 3D prints, right? So you can mold 3D printed parts, you can mold anything, a flower, or a rock, whatever you really want. Another clump of clay on there. Plasticine? What do you even, plasticine? Anyway, it's part of Project Mold, so if you buy the big kit, you'll get the right clay. Stick these snap buttons down in. As everyone knows, the snap buttons are a bit of a key to the success of this system. While the perimeter is held nice and secure by the locking lips, when you get to the center of the part, with big molds like this, there's going to be so much plastic down in there that it's going to want to rise up. And so these snap buttons prevent that in order to maintain your dimensional tolerances. So the next step, we just mix up some silicone, pour it in, and then throw it in the pressure caster. Long enough to cure, so you can see you get no leaks even with just a clip. So here we go. We poured this A side, we let it cure. Now we're going to do the B side. Pop the box off, the bottom. It's very, very easy. Flat, but yeah, so pull that off. There's your bottom part. Sorry if I rattled the camera there. So basically, we pull the lips now. You leave the routing in, and then you pull out the snap buttons. Alright, so we finished cleaning up the parts, getting the silicone off the back side. Here's what you end up with, just a little tiny pile of scrap. So the next thing that we do is we set it for the B-side port. In the B-side port, that's where your flow in is going to go, and also your vents out for the air. So the mold's fully made now, so the last thing to do is just break it apart. So there you go. So there's your cap, there's your base. So the next thing we do is pour a couple of parts. Pressure quick. Just drain that in there. This is what the silicone is for. You just drop that apart. Okay, so we go into the pressure. It's important to get pressure on before the plastic really starts to set. So mold's done, parts are out, so you can see there. I wouldn't clip the flash yet. You want to kind of remove the parts first so you don't mess up and clip your silicone. So this plastic is setting up a little slower than expected. And that is Project Mold. To take those screws off, flat wall. All the way through, looks great. So these parts are smashing it. Alright everybody, thanks for tuning in to watch us use Project Mold to make a real nice mold to make some parts. If you're liking what you saw here, be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for future videos.